Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Alina and in today's tutorial I will show you how to create this gorgeous pendant. As you can see, I couldn't resist and I made three colors. This I didn't attach the bail, hence the thread that's hanging here. What I like about this design, it's very versatile. I try to make one instead of pearls here. Let me show you close. I use crystals. You can substitute the crystals in the middle with pearls. On the green one, I use fire polish. All the beads are 4mm. Keep this in mind. Uh, Today we're going to make the pink one, and I chose pearls instead of the fire polish. This is how it's looking in the back. And I was struggling between the colors. That's why I make all three of them. I even made a poll on my Instagram channel and everybody chose the purple one, but I said, I don't have anything pink, summery pink on my YouTube channel, so I think I will make this one. But don't worry, I will put in the description box the colors and the material for all the pendants. So let's get started. Now let's review the material. Don't be alarmed by the number of things you see on the screen. You will need a beading thread. I'm using Fireline 6LB crystal color. You're going to need 2 needles, so we're going to work with 2 needles, not only one. Of course, you need the crystal in the middle. It's a 40mm Rivoli, so you're going to need this. This is a Rivoli from Aurora Crystals. It's a new color. I will write it in the description. I think it's called Pink Deluxe or something like this. You're going to need 2 colors of 4mm pearls, but this is what I want to mention. If you don't want to use 2 colors, I want to show you here. I use one pearl here, one color pearl here, and one here on the edge. So you can use the same color. Also, I want to mention these are pearls, Preciosa, but this one, this amazing color, actually it's rounds. They are not pearls. It's also from Czech, from Preciosa, but they call round. They are 4mm round. Look at this gorgeous color. They have a variety of colors, very nice colors, better than the pearls, and they are cheaper actually than the pearls. So it's a good substitute for design when you want to make a color like this. Also, you're going to need two colors of 4mm Bicones. Also, I want to mention you can use only one. I use one color here and one color between the pearls. They look almost the same, but they are not. One is opal white, like this, and one is a little bit pinkish. But you can use only one type, only one color. Also, you're going to need 3mm Bicone crystal and 15 seed beads for the bail. Here we use 3mm and 15 seed beads, and you're going to need the 11 Toho seed beads. So with all this, let's get started. Welcome back. So because we're going to work with 2 needles, you're going to add a longer thread. I say 160 centimeter or almost 63 inches. So now you're going to pick up with any needle you want a 4mm pearl. This is going to be the pearl that's here in the middle. So make sure, if you're going to use 2 colors like I did, so pick up a pearl with any needle you want, and then I'm going to keep my 2 needles like this and just slide the pearl in the middle of my thread. So now I have 2 threads. Actually it's 1 but 2 needles. So with my left needle I'm going to pick up a bicone, a 4mm bicone. With my right needle I'm going to pick up an 11/0, and then I'm going to pick up a 4mm pearl also with my right needle, but this time I'm going to cross my left needle on the pearl. Just like this. And I'm going to pull. The thread is long, that's okay. Make sure you try to keep both threads, half of the threads equal. So now when I'm pulling, it's going to look just like this. So now we're going to repeat this step. So with my left needle again, I'm going to pick up a 4mm bicone. With my right needle an 11/0 and the pearl, which I'm going to cross with my left needle. So the pearl is going to be crossed with the needles all the time. So now make sure you pull. And let's see what we got. I'm going to pull. And again, you see we're creating this round of pearls, inner pearls in the middle. Let me change the focus to see better. So now we will do it again. With the left needle, pick up a 4mm crystal, like this. With the right an 11/0 and the 4mm pearl, which is going to be shared with the other needle, with the left needle, like this. Okay, let's see now. And pull again. So you see, we keep adding pearls here in the middle. In between them we have 11/0 and on the outside it's the crystals. We are making actually this part right here. So you have to do this until you have 11 pearls. We have 11 pearls here. Now we have only 4. So make it until you have 11 pearls here, and I will meet you right back to show you the next step. I finished this part of the project, and as you can see, I have 10 pearls, 11 actually. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. But I have only 10 crystals. So now I want to close this circle. So I will take the thread that exiting the pearl, this one, which is my right thread. I'm going to pick up an 11/0 and I will go through the other pearl from the inner circle, from down. I will go up so I can close this circle like this. And now I will take the other thread, which was my left thread, and I will pick up a 4mm crystal and I will go through the same pearl, but from here down. And I'm going to pull. So now I want to make sure my circle is staying still. So I'm going to move a little bit around with the thread, waving it, going through this, through the pearl, through the crystal, again through the pearl, and I want to leave one thread on the inner circle right here. I will wave my other thread, which is exiting this pearl, and I want to exit with this one on a 4mm crystal. Now I'm just waving just to make sure when you pull it apart, this beading, the circle, it's not separate, it's staying good. Now I'm going through this 4mm, and now we're going to work with this thread, which it's exiting one of the 4mm crystals. So you're going to pick up an 11/0 and go through the next Bicone. Pick up an 11-0, go to the next one, and we will be doing this all around our work, just like this. An 11-0, and until we finish this, and we're going to exit one of the 11-0. We're going to exit this 11-0, actually the first we added. Keep in mind, if you if you put crystal here instead of the pearls and pearls instead of the crystal, you will switch the shape of the pendant. It's not going to curve the same way. Maybe the curve is going to be different, but in the end the results are very nice. So I think it's interesting to try and see what you can get if you switch between the materials. Already in my work it's starting to curve a little bit, as you can see. Okay, we're going to add the last 11 now, and I will go through the first one we added in this round. Let's see what we made until now. If I will put my Rivoli here and I will put the work, it will be just like this. It's already very beautiful, and I'm thinking of a future project. We're going to do only this part because it's very, very nice and cute. So let me show you where we are at now. So we made this part, yes, then we create the crystals. So now we want to add, let me pull this away, we want to add this part here. As you can see, I put a pearl, a crystal, a pearl, a crystal, but you can put only pearls or only crystal, as you like. So in order to do this, I will put my other pearls, which are not pearls, they are round beads, but I love the color. And I will use my other crystals, which I chose a soft pink color, but you can use the white one that you use here, so totally up to you. So now we are exiting one of the 11-0, so I'm going to pick up two 11-0, a pearl, and two 11-0, and I will go through the same 11-0 that I just exited, and I'm going to pull. It will create this nice V shape here. Now I will wave my way through the beads and through the pearl, just like this. Make sure it's staying tight. For now we're going to ignore the other thread, so I'm exiting the pearl. Now I want you to pick up a crystal, a pearl, and two 11-0s. Now if you don't want to mix crystals and pearls, you're going to pick up two crystals or two pearls, and I want you to go through the next 11-0, but on the opposite direction. So I'm not going like the thread is going like this, I'm going on the opposite direction, just like this, and I'm going to pull. So as you can see, I'm missing some beads here. I'm going to pick up two 11-0, skip this and go directly through the pearl. And now when I'm going to pull, you're going to see this lovely V shape here. All the time I make sure I'm pulling not super tight, but tight enough so the beads are not loose. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to pick up a 4mm Bicone, a 4mm round, and two 11-0, and we are going through the next 11-0 from here. I'm going to pull, then pick up 2 11 and go back through the pearl like this. Let's add one more time. Pick up a 4mm crystal, a 4mm round, and 2 11 go through this 11 right here. As you can see, the bezel is starting to curve. Pick up 2 more 11 and go through this pearl right here and pull. Let me show you. So this is how it's looking until now. So you're going to do all around this, and I will meet you right back to show you the last one. Welcome back. So we almost finished this side. I want to make it together. As you can see, we have only 2 crystals here. So I'm going to pick up a 4mm bicone, a 4mm round bead, and 2 11 I'm going through the last 11 that's free here, just like this. Pick up 2 more 11 and go back through the pearl. Now it's looking like it's missing something, and it's missing one of the crystals. So I'm going to pick up just one crystal and go directly through the next pearl. So they are connected just like this. And when I'm going to pull, we form our circle. Don't worry if it's looking loose. We're going to go through all these V-shape seed beads, and they will pop out and they look very nice. What I want you to do though is to go just to couple of beads with this thread. So the circle, this outside circle with not going to separate, and the thread will stay still. So I'm just going like this. And I'm just going randomly to one of the bicone. So we finish with this thread now. Let me show you where we are at this point. We finished this part, the outside part, but now we want to encapsulate the Rivoli. So the thread that's exiting, and we make this outside pearl ring, we're going to put it away, and you're going to pick up the left thread, the other thread. Let's see, I want you to exit on the back side on one of this 4mm crystal, the white one in my case. This is the one. So not the crystal next to the pearls, the one that's in the middle. So my thread is exiting this pearl. I will just wait until I will exit. So our thread is exiting one of these 4mm crystals right here. So now we're going to pick up 3 11 and I want you to go through the same bicone that you exited, the same one, just like this, and I'm going to pull. So every bicone here, it's going to have 3 seed beads designated. So now I want you to go through all the beads again that we just add now, these 3 11 that we just added now. So I'm going through 2 and the last one. Now pick up 3 more 11 This is the next 4mm bicone. I want you to go on the opposite direction of the thread. So the thread is exiting on this side. I will go with my needle on the other side, just like this, and I'm going to pull. And then I want you to go again through the last 3 beads that we added. Now pick up 3 more 11 So we're going to do this all the way around to create the house for our bezel. So our thread is exiting this 11 I will go through the next 4mm Bicone on the opposite direction. I'm going like this. And now if you don't know exactly where you have to go, count the last 3 11 This is the last one we added, just like this. And all the time pull, make sure you pull tight. So the beads, they snug good together. Don't get tangled with the threads. Okay. Now pick up 3 more 11 Go through the next bicone, just like this. And then go through this 3 beads. So you're going to do this until the last one, and I will meet you right back to show you how to step up. Let's add the last 3 Toho together. So as you can see, we added all around this. It's just 1 crystal left. So I will go back through the crystal, the opposite direction of my thread actually, just like this. And then I will go back through these 3 beads that I added. And now I want to step up. If you look closer, you'll see there is a peak on each of these 3 beads. There is one that stuck out more than the other. So in our case, it's the one in the middle. So I want you to just step up through the next 2 beads. So my thread, my needle is exiting one of these stuck out Toho beads. Now we're going to pick up 1 Toho and I'm going through the next stuck out bead. It's actually the bead in the middle from these 3 that we added, and I'm going to pull. I will bring my Rivoli, I will face it down, I will hold it with my thumb and keep adding beads. So pick up an 11 go through the next stick out bead from here and pull. And I will rotate carefully my work. Pick up an 11, go through the next stick out bead, the bead in the middle, and pull. I know it's look like it's too big this house, but soon enough it will be snug, so it will keep our crystal very good. So I will go like this. So do this until the last one, and I will meet you right here to show you how to step up again. Welcome back. So I added one of this Toho in the back. Let's see, let's add the last one together. So I'm going to pick up an 11 now, and as you can see, this is the new stick out beads that we added now. So this is the first 3 that we put it. So I want, this is going to be the middle one actually, but I want to step up and go through the next stick out bead also. So I'll go through this too, and I will pull super tight. My crystal is staying a little bit better now. And now we're going to do the same thing with the difference. We're going to pick up an 11 and now you see the stick out beads here. I'm going through the next one like this. Now it's easier to spot them than before. I'm going to pull, but now instead of picking up another one, I will just skip this 2. So I will not add another 11 here. I will just keep like this. So it's going to be a little bit even more tight than it is now. Now I'm going to pick up an 11, go through the next one that's sticking out like this, and pull. Now without adding anything, I'm going through this bead and the next one, just like this. Pull again, pick up an 11, go through this one, skip the next two, and it's going to create this nice star shape. Make sure you arrange your work and you feel the crystal is in the middle. Pick up another 11 and go through this one right here, pull, and then skip the next two, just like that. An 11, go through this one, and skip the next two. Another 11, and let's see now. I'm going through this one. This is my bead actually, this, and I'm going to step up through this one from the previous round. So with this, we completed our star in the back. This is how it's going to look. And I will leave this thread here for now. Now I want to reinforce this part. So let me show you how. Our thread is exiting this crystal. I will just go through the pearl. Then I want you to go through this 3 beads, 3 Toho, like this. Pull, then go through the other 2. Now we're going to want to pop this Toho. You see how they're sitting under the work. So now I'm going through this 3 beads again, 3 11 just like this, and I'm going to pull. Go through the next 2. So as you can see, they are arranging and they are sitting in position so good, and they curve the design. Let's see. If it's difficult, you can go 2 by 2 and this in the middle. When I'm pulling now, I'm making sure the V shape is good. I even arrange it with my thumb to make sure the beads stay as I want to stay. I'm going through this 2 now, and I'm going to pull. Now through this again. Okay. After you finish, if it's hard, you do like this, and then of course you go through this one and the other 2. So I want to show you how it's looking on the side that we already reinforced. It's looking so much different than on this side, as you can see. Also, what I want you to do after you finish with this part of reinforcing this 11 I like to reinforce the middle here too. So I will go through one of this bead in the middle, just like this, one of this Toho. Then I will go through the pearl, and from here on I will just go this one, 11 in the middle, then the pearl up, like this. Then I will go through this crystal. Just reinforce everything. It's very, you'll feel the crystal how it's sitting so good, and there's no room to wiggle. Go through this 11 now, through the 4mm pearl, through the crystal again, pearl, 11 now, and pearl again. So after you finish with all this part, you're going to do the middle, and I will meet you right back. Welcome back. So I finished reinforcing my bezel. This is how it's looking in the back with a nice star, and we go through all this Toho here on the edge, so it's so much stable. So I want you to exit one of the crystal with both threads exiting on the opposite side of the crystal, just like this, so we can add the bead. So with your right needle, sorry, you're going to pick up 2 15-0, and with the left needle again 2 15-0 seed beads, and we're going to slide them like this. And now we're going to use a 3mm bicon, which you're going to cross the needle on. So I pick it with my right needle, and I will use my left needle to cross on the same crystal. If you like, you can use 11-0 and 4mm crystal for the bail. You can also add pearls here, fire polish, wherever you like. So now you're going to pick up 2 15-0 with my right needle and 2 15-0 with my left, which I move it to the right, and then I'm going to pick up a 3mm crystal, and I'm going to cross the needles again, just like this, and I'm going to pull. So we have 2 until now. Let's add one more, 2 15-0 on one needle and 2 15-0 on the other one, and of course the crystal. I like this kind of veil because it's matching the pendant. Or if you want to keep it simple, you can just add a jump ring and attach it, add some beads here and put the jump ring. I think we should add one more, so pick up 2 more 15-0s on one needle, 2 on the other, and again the crystal. Make sure your needle are thin enough to support the 15-0 seed beads. I think number 13 is the best for the needle, I mean. Okay, so we're going to just pick up 2 more 15-0 on the right and 2 more on the left. And I will show you how to attach it in the back now. So basically we want it to curve. So if I flip my work with the right needle, I'm going on the same side of this bicon that we attach our bag, like this. And with my left needle, I will do the opposite, the same thing, but on the opposite side of the crystal. So now when I'm going to pull, make sure you flip it like this. It will curve, and this is our veil. Now you have to reinforce. What I like to do is to go through, you can reinforce like this, go through this 250 then through the crystal, then 250 and go like this. but I like to go through all the 11 all in the same time because they sit perfectly one next to another, and it's going to skip this gap that you see in between every two 15 ohm. You see how they align perfectly now. So I will go through this 215 ohm, and then through this. We basically straighten them up. Two more. And now I'm going through the crystal, just like this. I'm going, and I will do the same thing with my other thread, and I will straighten this 15 ounce on this side. I will go through all this. And of course you can go through the crystals also after you straighten all the 15 ounce. I'm going through this crystal now, just like this. Now if you want, you can go again, and now you can go through the crystal too. You can make the bale bigger if you add more crystal. This is how it's looking like. This is the side. So I will meet you right back to show you the final results. Welcome back. So we finish our project. I hope you like it. I will show you the green one too because it's one of my favorite. I love green and I think it looks very royal. I add fire polish here instead of pearls, and because of this the cup it's different than on this one with the pearl. On the pearl it's more tight and a little bit smaller, as you can see, but with the fire polish, because they are a little bit bigger than the pearl, longer, the cup is different. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like button, and hope to see you next week. Take care and bye bye.